What a fellowship and what a joy divine.
The year was 1971. Thousands of anti-Vietnam protesters would descend on Washington, D.C. The crew of Apollo 14 landed on the moon. And in New York City, the greatest of all times, Muhammad Ali, would fall to Smokin' Joe Frazier. But just outside the nation's capital, a different kind of history was being made. The Church of Christ at Dale City was outgrowing its place at the local civic center. And in 1973, the church began construction on the place they'd call home. But it didn't come easily.
There was one period of time that was very interesting. And I went to the elders at Falls Church and I said, we were getting short a little bit on funds. I said, I am your missionary to Dale City. I said, can you guys spare $100 a month? They kind of laughed when I said that, but they knew I was serious. They said, yeah, we'll do it. So that helped us. So I was so glad when Jane took over. The church grew. Within a year, we were self-paying our way.
After early leadership changes, Gene Chumley would become the full-time minister in the late 70s. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Then when we started doing service never really ended. I mean, it would last probably 30, 40 minutes after church. Much of what we're seeing today.
Over the next 2 decades, the church would add deacons and elders, growing in size and fellowship.
For different holidays, we would all do it at Pat Scringer's, and it was inside of her home. And so you meet there, and it was like a big family coming together once a year. And so you had all the jokers, you had all the young folks, you had all the older people, and it was just a grand occasion.
The first Red Hat group, which was in 1998. And I got to be in it because I turned 50 that year. But we would have lunches. It was a close-knit, good congregation, sisters and brothers, and it still is to this day.
As the congregation grew, so did the needs of its members.
When I started working at Walmart, Brother Morales would come in shopping and he'd stop me and start talking to me about church. And it was a wish of his that he could get a Spanish congregation.
My husband had the initiative to open Hispanic services in this church, so he asked the elderly about it, and they approved his initiative and give all the support they could to open up the Hispanic services.
In 1996, the church began its Spanish ministry. Over the years, the church evolved, but one thing remained constant, a mantra that every member is a minister, and a goal to make every person feel at home.
So each medicine came along through the church, and the church grew. The church has changed. Lots of the people, their culture's completely changed. But with the change in culture, we're still the Church of Christ here. We're still faithful. Everybody's faithful. We're still brothers and sisters of Christ.
This is a family. It's not a congregation, it's a family.
A vision its members' hopes continues, written in the history book that matters most.
I hope that we get closer and to become a one congregation.
Not to just have a relationship when we come here on Sunday morning, but to have a relationship outside of the church building. To have a relationship to know who are the members that we're serving with, who are the sisters that we're serving with, where do they really need a stronger foundation, or where can they be encouraged, and how can we all grow stronger serving God. That's what my hope for the future is.
Leaning on the everlasting arm. Don't you know that I'm leaning on